So let's see how the GPS builds your vertical line and how you can avoid the biggest mistake that the vast majority of partners is currently doing. Then, when you are a partner, you have a certain number of co-op advertising shares. Means that your GPS receives every month a certain number of new affiliates which are placed in one pool, in your first pool downline. So it means that from time to time, some of these affiliates decides to become a trial partner to see how the system works, right? Okay, so you keep receiving these affiliates. Every time that they receive someone in the pool, they receive a notification. They are informed by the system. They know that when someone becomes a trial partner, they have lost a teammate. So it's an incentive for them to become trial partner as soon as possible. And so this vertical line keeps growing, right? Because there are incentives. People start to understand our goal is to create some hot contacts there and not cold contacts like they are when they just come from the word. Okay, so they arrive there. So then they start to understand how the system works. They get confidence. They understand that this is not a scam, that this is a serious opportunity. They can make a lot of money, whatever. They decide at a certain moment to take a decision, which can be I become a partner, or I become a shopper, I start making purchases at the Clubshop mall, or I simply cancel my membership. Maybe I'm not interested anymore. Okay, so anyway, this is the process which keeps creating your first vertical line. And this is exactly what happened to you when you signed up as an affiliate, and then probably you became a trial partner, and then you decided to be a partner. So let's say that in this situation you are here where you have a few partners upline, right? So these partners are the same one who have helped yourself to create your vertical line with the same process, exactly the same process. So affiliate, they become a trial partner, and some of them become partners. So this is thanks to the common effort of everyone in this line, because every GPS of these partners is building exactly the same bottom pool, right? So creating more and more affiliates, which then becomes trial partners, and so on. So of course, this first line, it keeps growing faster. Why? Because you have other people above you which are helping you to create this line, and you are very happy of that, aren't you? Right? So this process keeps going on until when you have 6 vertical partners in this vertical line. So it means that your GPS keeps building, keeps feeding this bottom pool only until when you have 6 partners here, right? Like in this situation. Then, of course, these other partners will keep building the same line until the moment they will also have 6 partners. So this pool for you will keep going lower and lower in deeper and deeper generations, right? But what happened is that when you have 6 partners here, your GPS stops feeding this pool and start building, it opens a new bottom pool, right? Where all your affiliates coming from your GPS or coming from your own marketing effort or whatever, they don't go anymore in that first pool, they start going in the second pool, right? And the process starts from that moment. So it means that again the affiliates can become trial partner, then partner, and so on, right? So you keep building exactly the same process that was made for your first line. So you can understand one thing, that if you are in this situation, right, you start to build the second bottom pool and the second line, but you don't have more co-op shares, all your GPS shares have already been used in that particular month to build your first pool. Of course, here, if you don't have enough affiliates to feed this pool, well, you start to stagnate, right? And here what happened, that once you started the first one, you already had other partners above you that they were helping you. But here in your second line, you are the leader of that line. So everything starts from you. Just like initially this line started from the first partner here, right? This is exactly the same process, but now you are the leader. So of course it's your responsibility to have enough co-op shares to build your second line, right? And when you are alone, of course it's a bit slower. But as soon as you start to have more partners in this second line, the process will start to go faster, right? Because again, you are not alone in building and feeding this second pool, and the process repeats itself. So you see that here in this situation, okay, this partner here maybe is in the same situation where you were initially here, when you had two partners above, and here he has two partners above. One of them is you. So of course it's your responsibility to help your partners here to build their vertical line, you know. So what happened instead here, what I see every day, that people arrive maybe here and then they start complaining, saying, well, but it's not growing anymore, nothing happens. Of course nothing happened, because you don't have anybody helping you here. You have to start to put the spark, you know, to build that line. Then once you start having more partners, more GPS in that line, things will start to go faster again, right? And so this is what you can keep repeating for the second line, third line, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Never change. It's always, apart from the first line that is built, you understand this, built together with your uplines, here you are the upline. So you need to create this situation. So it's clear that you need to have the conditions, the right condition. Instead, what I'm every day seeing is that someone that is in this situation, and maybe he has a GPS Pro or even a Premier, and all his affiliates for that month has already been placed in the first bottom pool, they arrive here and they don't see any more growth. So what do they do? Instead of increasing their co-op shares or increasing or upgrading to a higher GPS, well, they pass from, I don't know, from a Pro to a Basic, which is exactly the opposite that you would do if you were a normal entrepreneur in any kind of business in this world. Of course, if your business is stagnating, even if you have just a little store somewhere in the street and you see that there are no customers coming every day, what you do? You normally invest more in advertising. You do some special offers, promotions, or whatever, right? You don't stay just there waiting for something to happen, right? You do something. Here is exactly the same thing. The difference is that we are giving you all the tools that you need in order to make all what you need to do in a really easy way, right? Because you just need to upgrade your GPS, or you just need to order more co-op shares, so that you always have all the affiliates that you need in order to feed all the pools that you want, right? Then, depending on the type of GPS that you have, you can build at the same time 2 lines, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6, right? Depending on your GPS. But anyway, the most important concept that you need to understand is that if your business stagnates, It depends exclusively on you, right? You have the tools here. It's up to you to use it, right? Also, it's of course normal that if you are in a line where everybody has a GPS basic, well, that line will grow up slower than a line where there are all Premier Plus, for example. No, because of course a Premier Plus get 50 shares per month, right? And a basic one per month. So of course, if the common effort is higher, all this line will grow up faster. Many times I see people complaining in the group saying, well, my GPS was creating new affiliates the first days, now nothing happened. Of course nothing happened, because if all of you guys have just a GPS basic with only one share each, well, after 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, all the shares have been used. So it's okay, but you can understand that that line will grow up in a much slower way. So you can decide to be a basic, but then you can buy more co-op shares, or you can, instead of just being a basic, upgrade to basic plus or pro or so on. Or you can just decide to make advertising on your own. You can do it if you have the skills, if you have the experience, if you are willing to take some risks. Okay, here of course is different, because we give you the tools, as we're gonna see in a while, which allows you to always have all the affiliates that you need to build your business steadily and every month faster. So when you are in your dashboard, you see here this nice button here, GPS Co-op Advertising. If you click on it, it's just because you want to increase all these indicators that you see here, right? You want to increase your current title, income title. You want to complete your vertical lines. You want also to be the example for all your organization in order to increase this team duplication rate, right? And you also want then increase the average GPS monthly fee of your entire organization. So the first thing is, or you decide to upgrade your current GPS, which anyway can be done here, or one or more time per month, whenever you want to speed up your business. Well, here you have the possibility to click and get some more shares of co-op advertising, right? Which now, as you may know, they come with the GPS basic happiness factory included. So it means that depending on the number of packs that you get, or the type of packs and the number of packs that you get, you also receive a certain number of GPS basic to give away for free to someone, right? So it means that, for example, if here you order 1 pack of 5 shares, you also get the credit for 1 GPS basic happiness factory. If you don't remember what the happiness factory here is, well, you just have to click here and read about it. So here, let's say that you want to get, 2 packs of 2 pack of 10 shares of co-op. Well, you place it in the car, so it means that you will get 10 per 2 is 20 share, and as every share includes 2 member accounts, right, you will get for sure guaranteed at least 40 affiliates for your organization, which will be delivered in the next days, right, or even weeks, no, depending on the demand and on the campaigns, how they perform. As these are shares, means that you could even receive more than 2 member account per share, because again, it depends on how our campaigns are performing. It means how many affiliates they are generating, and how big the demand is. If we have a lot of partners demanding shares, well, probably it will remain 2 members per share. If not, well, maybe 2 and something. So instead of receiving only 40, you could receive 41, 42, 45, 50, depending on these parameters, okay? So this is essential. And also consider that each time that you get some shares and the fact that you get this GPS basic, it means that you will have more partners in your organization with the GPS basic. And you know that every single GPS basic produces 1 share per month. It means 2 additional member account minimum per each GPS basic added to your organization. So you can understand the potential of duplication that you have just because you are proactive, rather than just stay there expecting that something to happen. Well, you take the initiative. You become the example for your team. You show them the way, right? Otherwise, you just have a line of passive GPS basic there doing nothing. And of course, is not what a business is. This is not a charity. This is a business, and you earn even a lot of money only if you produce results, right? Like every kind of business in this world. So the difference here, as I already said, is that here it's easier because we give you the 100% of the tools that you need in order to be successful. But if you have all these kind of tools and you don't use it, well, it's like if they didn't exist, right? So now you know that you have this tool. Inform all your organization about this if they don't know yet, because you know that many times people on the internet, they just look at the page 3 seconds and then they go away. They not even remember what they've seen after just 5 minutes. So it's important that you, as a team leader, as a leader of your team, absolutely, you need to get in touch with your people and show them the way, okay? So that's why also it's important for you to have all these things clear. So it will be easier for you to have enough affiliates every month in order to build your second line, third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth, like we've just seen a few minutes ago. So you have some strategic tools that you can use in order to optimize your TNT strategy, right? The TNT strategy is the strategy which builds your vertical lines, okay, in order to optimize your monthly income. So we see here from the dashboard, GPS tools, reports, and we see here vertical line report. Okay, so I can click here and I'm in this page here where I can decide, first of all, how many pools I want to feed at the same time. You know that if you are a GPS basic, you can only feed one at a time. One at a time. If you are a Basic Plus 2, Pro 3, Pro Plus 4, Premier 5, and Premier Plus 6. Anyway, I would say that unless you are really someone who want to increase the number of affiliates that you have every month, well, it's always a good thing to build one line at a time, especially if you just started the line, you are still alone in building that line, so you need to focus all your effort in that pool so that you will grow much faster. But if you are the opposite, you are, let's say, a Premier Plus, and you also buy co-op shares every month or whatever, well, of course, then you can even build 6 lines at the same time. Okay, anyway, here you decide how many lines you want to build at the same time, and then you click submit, and the GPS will build your 3 lines at the same time, always well, considering those lines that you still have to complete, right? So those where there are not 6 partners yet, 6 vertical partners, right? So then once you have the 6 lines of partner completed, means that you have 6 generations of partner in every one of your 6 lines, it means that you have at least 36 partners in your organization. Well, you can here decide to help other people, right? Other affiliates, or sorry, other partners in your organization. So let's say that you are in a situation where you have your line. Let's get an example here. You go to your even the trial partner report. It's all right, okay? So you see that here you have some lines already. You have completed your six lines, and you want to help someone who already is doing well, right? You're not gonna help someone that is there maybe today and not tomorrow. You know what I mean? There are those people that are really loving this business. They really care about this business, and you know that they will be here tomorrow. But all those ones that are always complaining, or you don't even know who they are, they never say anything, well, it's not really useful to help them, right? So you can check, see which one of them are doing right, okay? So you can check wherever in your organization, and you can decide that you want to help that particular person, which is still, of course, even in your let's say 5 generations, right? Because anyway, you're doing for them, but also for yourself, of course. So as you are getting commission in your 6th level, so of course, you want to see someone that is there. So for instance, you want to help, let's say here, Wayne. Okay, so I want to help them in building his pool. So he's already set up his GPS to build his pools. I want to help them. So I can take his ID number and put it there in the table that we have seen before, right? I can do it if I am a GPS basic only with 1 line, but if I am a Premier Plus, I can help 6 different lines at the same time, okay? So it means that you, yes, have completed your 6 vertical lines, which is the goal that every partner has. But if you are still there, of course, you want to speed up the building phase of your organization. And so, of course, you are happy to send your affiliate in the pools, in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or so on, pools of other partners in your organization. Okay? So, I say that it is absolutely important to build an organization, a real team with your people, right? So you need to be available. They need to be able to reach you. How can they do it if you don't have set up your profile with your Telegram ID? It's fundamental that you update your profile here with your Telegram ID. Telegram is the main tool that we are using now in order to also to build our community. So you need to invite your people in in our Telegram group in their preferred language. They always have the link in their dashboard, but it's important that you have your ID available, because then when they go here, upline contacts, they can find you. But if you don't have the way for them to get in touch with you, of course, it's completely useless. So you need to do it. And also what you have to do, if you haven't done it yet, is to add your photo to your profile. And you can do this from here. Where there is my profile, you go there and you will update, you will upload your photo. Okay, so we have understood this thing. The principle is that if your organization keeps stagnating, well, you are the only responsible of that, right? Because if you see that something is not happening, it's up to you to make it happen, right? We just give you the tools to use, but if you don't use them, of course, you will never achieve the goals that you have to achieve, which are always the same one, and that we have always clearly available in these indicators, in these reports that we have, right? Where we can see here in next income title here, what are your goals, right? How can you achieve these goals if you are not showing the way to your team? So you need to build your 6 vertical lines and help or teach your team to do exactly the same. That's how you will climb all the income titles up to Bezos at $6,000 per month, and then Prosperman at $10,000 per month.